Imagine standing in front of a hiring manager. The room is totally silent. They ask you a simple question. You know the answer perfectly. You have studied English for 10 years. But suddenly, your throat tightens. Your mind goes completely blank. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out.
That is the nightmare. It's not a vocabulary problem. It's not a grammar problem. It's a biological hijack. And today, we're going to perform surgery on that fear.
Welcome back to the Slow English channel. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Professor Peter Hanson.
Peter, you came in very strong there. You called it a biological hijack. That sounds dangerous.
It feels dangerous, Daisy. Listen, I've been teaching in New York City for 30 years. I've seen CEOs of major companies, men and women who manage millions of dollars, turn into terrified children because they had to order a coffee in English.
It is a very specific feeling. It's not just forgetting a word, it's a physical sensation.
Exactly. It's the freeze. Today, we're not just teaching you phrases. We're going to dismantle the psychology of why your brain stops working when you need it most.
I love this topic. It's so necessary. But before we dive into the psychology, Peter, I want to pick up on a phrase you used in the introduction. You said the student's mind goes blank.
Yes, blank.
This is a wonderful expression for our listeners, to go blank, B-L-A-N-K. Can you describe what that feels like?
To go blank is like a computer screen that suddenly turns white. There's no data, there's no connection. You're searching for a file, but the hard drive has crashed. When a student goes blank, they don't just forget one word, they forget their own name. They forget how to breathe.
That is terrifying.
It is.
Let's practice this phrase. Listeners, I want you to repeat after me. We'll do this slowly. My mind went blank.
Keep your voice low. Make it sound serious.
My mind went blank.
One more time. I was so nervous, my mind went blank.
I was so nervous, my mind went blank.
Excellent. Now, Daisy, I want to tell you a story. This is a true story from about, maybe 15 years ago.
Please, I love your stories.
This was in 1998, actually. I was teaching a private course for diplomats in Manhattan. High-level English. These people spoke 3 or 4 languages. One of my students was named Marco.
Marco, okay. Where was Marco from?
Marco was Italian, a brilliant architect. He could describe the structure of a cathedral in Italian with the most poetic language you've ever heard. But in English, he was a perfectionist.
Perfectionism, the enemy of fluency.
Precisely. One day, we went on a field trip. I took the class to a very famous, very busy deli in Midtown Manhattan. The goal was simple: order a pastrami sandwich.
That sounds easy enough. I would like a pastrami sandwich, please.
It sounds easy to you, Daisy. You're a native speaker from London. But imagine the noise. New York delis are chaotic. Plates crashing, people shouting, "Next, next, what do you want?"
I can imagine the pressure.
So Marco steps up to the counter. The man behind the counter is a big guy wearing a stained apron. He looks at Marco and yells, "Yeah, what can I get you?"
Yeah, what can I get you? That is very fast American English.
Very fast. It means, "What can I get for you?" But it sounds like one aggressive sound. Well, what can I get you?
Let's pause there, Peter. That's a great listening lesson. Listeners, did you hear how Peter blended those words?
Do you want me to break it down?
Yes, please. This is crucial. This is why Marco froze. He didn't hear distinct words.
Okay. What can I get you? In a New York accent, the what loses the T, the can becomes just a CN sound, and get you becomes getcha.
Whatever happened to clear enunciation?
We don't have time for enunciation in New York, Daisy. We have places to be.
Okay, let's drill this American speed phrase. Listeners, try to match Peter's speed.
What can I get you?
Slower first. What can I get you?
Now the reality. What can I get you?
One more time.
What can I get you?
So the man yells this at Marco. What did Marco do?
Marco stood there. His eyes went wide. We call this like a deer in the headlights.
Oh, that's a beautiful idiom. A deer in the headlights.
Yes. Imagine you're driving a car at night. Suddenly, a deer jumps onto the road. Your headlights shine in its eyes. The deer doesn't run. It doesn't fight. It just freezes, totally paralyzed.
That's a very vivid image.
Marco was the deer. The deli worker was the car. Marco opened his mouth. He wanted to say pastrami au rye with mustard, but his brain locked up. He stood there for 5 seconds. In New York, 5 seconds is a lifetime.
It feels like an hour.
The deli worker rolled his eyes and yelled, "Next," and waved Marco away. Marco was crushed. He came back to me and he was actually sweating. He was shaking. He said, "Peter, I'm a stupid man. I cannot speak English."
That breaks my heart. I'm a stupid man. That's such a heavy thing to say about yourself.
It is, and it's a lie. He wasn't stupid. He was experiencing an amygdala hijack.
Okay, there's that scientific term again. Amygdala. amygdala.
The amygdala is a small part of your brain. It's very old. It's the part of your brain that detects danger. Thousands of years ago, if you saw a lion, your amygdala said, "Run," or "freeze."
It's the survival mechanism.
Exactly. The problem, Daisy, is that your brain can't tell the difference between a lion eating you and a deli worker yelling at you. To the amygdala, the fear is the same.
So Marco's brain thought he was going to die?
Biologically, yes. His body released adrenaline. His blood rushed away from his brain and into his muscles so he could run away. That's why his mind went blank. You can't think about grammar when your blood is in your legs preparing to run from a lion.
That makes so much sense. So the freeze isn't a linguistic failure, it's a biological success. Your body is trying to save you.
Bingo. That's the mindset shift our listeners need. You're not bad at English. You're just too good at surviving.
That's a very positive way to look at it. But Peter, we can't run away every time we need to speak English. We need to override this biology. How do we do that?
We have to talk about the translation trap. This is the fuel for the fear.
The translation trap. Explain that to us.
Most students, even advanced ones, have a two-step process. First, they think of the sentence in their native language, let's say Spanish. Then they try to translate it word for word into English. Then they speak.
It's like using Google Translate inside your head.
Yes, but this process is too slow. It requires too much computing power. When you're under pressure, the translation bridge collapses.
I see. I see this all the time in London. I ask a student, "How was your weekend?" I can see their eyes look up and to the left. They're accessing their memory in their native language first.
Right. And while they're doing that, the silence is growing. The nervousness triggers the amygdala. The amygdala deletes the vocabulary. It's a spiral.
So we need to stop translating. But Peter, that's the most common advice in the world. Think in English. It's easy to say, but how do you actually do it?
You start small. You don't start with philosophy. You start with objects.
Give us a drill.
Okay, I want everyone listening to look around the room you're in right now. Don't just look. I want you to name 3 objects you see, but you must name them immediately in English. No pausing.
Okay, I'll do it. Pause. Microphone. Table. Glass of water.
Good. Did you translate?
No, I just looked and the word microphone appeared.
That's the goal. Now, listeners, I want you to try it. I'll give you 5 seconds. Look around your room, find 3 things. Say them out loud. Go. Silence for 5 seconds.
Silence for 5 seconds.
Time is up.
If you hesitated, if you thought of the word in your language first, that's okay, but you must practice this. It's called direct association. You must glue the English word directly to the image, not to your native word. This reminds me of how babies learn. They don't translate. They see a ball and they hear ball.
Exactly. Now, Daisy, I want to discuss a cultural difference here, because the freeze is treated differently in the UK versus the US.
Oh, absolutely. This is a big topic.
In America, as I said, we hate silence. If you freeze in New York, we think you are incompetent or you are wasting our time. We are very aggressive conversationalists.
Aggressive conversationalists. That is a polite way to put it.
We are. We interrupt, we talk over each other, we use filler words to keep the floor.
In the UK, it is slightly different. We're a bit more patient, or perhaps we're just more awkward. If someone freezes in London, we feel embarrassed for them.
The famous British awkwardness.
Yes, if you pause for too long, a British person might start apologizing to you. Oh, sorry, did I ask a difficult question? We try to fill the silence to save you from humiliation.
That is very kind. In New York, we just stare at you.
But there is a vocabulary difference here, too. You used the word stutter earlier.
Yes, or stammer.
Let's break those down. To stutter or stammer, are they the same?
Generally, yes. It means to repeat sounds involuntarily, like please.
But there's another word I want to introduce, waffling.
Waffling. That is such a British word. I love it. Please explain waffling to our American friends.
To waffle means to speak a lot of words without actually saying anything important. It's what happens when you are nervous, but you're trying to hide it. You just keep talking and talking about nothing.
Ah, in America, we call that BSing, or ramble.
Ramble is a good one. R-A-M-B-L-E, to walk or talk without a clear direction.
When students panic, they usually do one of 2 things. They either freeze, total silence, or they ramble. They start talking about the weather or their dog or anything except the answer.
Which one is better?
Honestly, rambling is better than freezing.
Really? Why?
Because when you're rambling, you're still breathing. You're still in the flow of English. You can steer a moving car. You cannot steer a parked car.
That is a brilliant metaphor. You can steer a moving car. You cannot steer a parked car.
So if you feel the freeze coming, just say something, anything.
This brings us to the emergency scripts.
Yes, I love emergency scripts.
These are phrases you memorize before you need them. They're like a parachute. You put the parachute on your back before you jump out of the plane.
Exactly. When Marco froze at the deli, he had no parachute. He crashed. If he had an emergency script, he could have saved the interaction.
What is a good emergency script for that situation?
Here's a simple one. Give me a second, please.
That's it?
That's it. But you have to say it with authority.
Let's practice that. Listeners, imagine you are stuck. You need time to think. Don't just stand there in silence. Use the script.
Give me a second, please.
Notice the intonation. It goes down at the end. It's a statement, not a question.
Right. Don't say, give me a second, raising pitch. That sounds weak. Say, give me a second, lowering pitch.
Let's drill that tone.
I'll be the aggressive waiter. Hey, what do you want? I haven't got all day.
Firmly, give me a second, please.
Wow, I felt that. You controlled the room.
It feels good. It buys you time.
Here's another one. This is for when you completely forget a word. It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue. That's a classic idiom. It means I know the word, I can almost feel it, but I can't speak it.
Use that. It shows the other person that you're not stupid, you're just searching.
Let's try another one. I'm blanking on the word.
I'm blanking. Very common American phrase.
I'm blanking.
Sorry, I'm blanking on the name.
These phrases break the tension. They tell the other person, I'm still here, I'm still trying, be patient.
And usually, once you say the emergency script, the fear goes away because you broke the silence. You won the battle against the amygdala.
I want to go back to Marco. What happened to him? Did he ever order his sandwich?
I love this part of the story. So, Marco failed. We left the deli. He was hungry and sad. We went back to the classroom. I told him exactly what I told you. I told him about the amygdala. I told him, Marco, you're an architect. You build skyscrapers. You can order a sandwich.
Did you give him a script?
I gave him a persona. This is a psychological trick. I told him, don't go back as Marco the student. Go back as Marco the architect.
Ooh, I like this. A persona.
I told him to wear his sunglasses. I told him to stand differently, to take up more space. We practiced the order 10 times. Pastrami on rye, mustard, pickle on the side.
Pickle on the side, important detail.
Very important. So, 2 days later, Marco goes back by himself. He walks in, he doesn't look at the floor, he looks the waiter in the eye.
The same angry waiter?
The same guy. The guy yells, "Yeah, you again?"
Oh no.
Marco didn't flinch. He didn't translate. He just channeled the script. He said in a loud, deep voice, "Pastrami on rye, mustard, and give me a pickle."
Yes.
The waiter paused. He looked at Marco. He nodded and said, "You got it, boss."
You got it, boss. That is the ultimate validation in New York.
It is. Marco came back to class with that sandwich like it was a gold medal. He was so proud.
What changed? His English didn't improve in 2 days.
No, his identity changed. He stopped identifying as a learner and started identifying as a user of English.
This is a deep point, Peter. Let's spend some time here. The difference between a learner mindset and a user mindset.
A learner mindset is always asking for permission. It's apologetic. It's afraid of mistakes because mistakes mean a bad grade.
It's the school trauma. We're trained that mistakes are bad.
Right. But a user mindset is different. A user treats English like a tool, a hammer. If you're building a house and you hit your thumb with the hammer, you don't stop building the house. You don't cry and say, "I'm a bad builder." You just pick up the hammer and keep hitting the nail.
You focus on the goal, not the tool.
Exactly. Marco's goal was the sandwich. When he focused on the sandwich, he spoke fine. When he focused on the grammar, he froze.
This is why I always tell my students in London, don't try to be interesting, just try to be clear.
Don't try to be interesting. I like that.
We put so much pressure on ourselves to be funny, to be smart, to be witty in a second language, but even native speakers are boring 90% of the time.
It's true. Most of my conversations are just, "Where is the remote control?" or "Did you buy milk?"
So, listeners, lower the bar. You don't need to be Shakespeare. You just need to get the sandwich.
I want to do a practical drill on filler words now, because we talked about silence and we talked about emergency scripts, but there's a middle ground, the sounds we make while we think.
Ah, yes, the ums and ahs.
In strict English classes, teachers tell you never say I disagree.
I disagree too. Native speakers say all the time.
But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Tell us the wrong way.
The wrong way is a short, nervous staccato sound. I want, the. It sounds like a machine gun of nervousness.
It makes the listener nervous too.
The right way is the thinking noise. It's long, it's low.
It sounds like you're pondering a deep philosophical question.
Exactly. If you say with a thoughtful face, people think you're smart. They think you're choosing the perfect word.
Let's practice the smart
Okay, I'll ask you a question. I want you to give me a smart before you answer.
Ready.
Okay. Daisy, what is the meaning of life?
Chocolate.
See, the gave you gravitas. It gave you authority.
It felt very relaxing, actually. The vibration of the M sound is soothing.
Listeners, try it. I'm going to ask you a question. Don't answer immediately. Give me a long, low and then answer.
The question is, what is your favorite movie?
Go. And silence for 3 seconds.
Did you do it? Did you make the sound?
It feels weird at first, but watch native speakers. Watch interviews with famous actors. They do this all the time. Well, I think that it flows.
It connects the sentences. It prevents the dreaded silence.
Now, I want to pivot to a slightly more advanced technique. We talked about scripts. We talked about fillers. Now I want to talk about paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing. This is the ultimate safety net.
Often you freeze because you forget one specific word. You want to say umbrella. You see the rain, you know the object, but the word umbrella is gone.
Poof, vanished.
So you freeze. You stand there hunting for the word umbrella.
What should we do instead?
Describe it. Use the words you do know.
The thing that stops the rain. Perfect.
The rain cover. The plastic stick for rain.
It sounds silly, but it communicates the idea.
I had a student once who forgot the word for chef. He was at a party. He wanted to say his brother was a chef. He forgot the word, so he said, "My brother is the captain of the kitchen."
Captain of the kitchen. That is poetic. That is better than chef.
Everyone at the party loved it. They thought he was being creative. They didn't know he just forgot the vocabulary.
This is the user mindset again. A learner stops. A user finds a way around the obstacle.
We call this circumlocution.
Oh, big word alert. circumlocution. Circumlocution.
Circum means around, like circle. Locution means speaking, so it literally means talking around the word.
It is a skill. You have to practice it. You can play a game with this.
Yes, the taboo game. Try to describe an object without saying its name.
Let's play a quick round. Peter, describe a refrigerator, but do not say cool or cold or food.
That is hard. No cool or food.
Nope.
Okay. The big white box in the kitchen where we put the milk to keep it fresh.
Fresh. Good word. You avoided cold.
The electric cupboard for groceries.
Electric cupboard. I love it. Listeners, you can do this. If you forget the word airport, say the place where planes sleep.
The bus station for the sky.
Exactly. As long as you keep talking, you are winning. The moment you go silent, the fear wins.
I want to address one final reason for the freeze, and this is a sensitive one. It is about accent.
Accent anxiety.
Many students freeze because they hear their own voice and they hate it. They think, I sound terrible, I sound foreign.
I hear this so much. I want to sound like a native speaker.
And because they cannot produce the perfect American R or the perfect British T, they choose silence.
Peter, what is your view on accents?
I love accents. An accent is a map of your life. It shows where you've been. It shows you are brave enough to speak a second language.
I agree. But practically, how do we get over the shame of having an accent?
We have to separate accent from pronunciation. They are different.
Please explain the difference. This is vital.
Pronunciation is clarity. If you say sink instead of think, that might be a confusion. That is pronunciation. You need to work on that so people understand you.
Right.
Accent is the music. It is the rhythm. It is the soul of your voice. You can have perfect clarity and still sound Italian or Vietnamese or Russian, and that is beautiful.
So, do not try to erase your identity. Just try to be clear.
Exactly. If you aim for native level, you will always fail because you are not a native. If you aim for clear and confident, you can succeed today.
That removes the pressure. You don't need to be me. You don't need to be Peter. You just need to be the English version of you.
The English version of you. I like that. Who is the English version of Daisy?
She's a bit louder than the normal Daisy. She's a bit more teacherly. She enunciates very clearly.
The English version of Peter is a storyteller. He's patient. He uses his hands a lot.
Listeners, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself speaking English. Do not picture a terrified student. Picture the user version of yourself. What are you wearing? How are you standing?
Are you smiling? Are you making eye contact?
That person exists inside you. You just have to let them out.
We have covered a lot of ground today, Daisy. We talked about the amygdala hijack.
The biological reason for the freeze.
We talked about the translation trap.
Stop translating. Start associating images directly with English words.
We talked about Marco and the sandwich.
The power of a persona and an emergency script.
We talked about the smart and circumlocution.
Talking around the problem instead of stopping.
Before we go, I want to give the listeners one final homework drill. This is something they can do alone in their room with no pressure.
What is it?
It's the 1-minute flow.
How does it work?
You take your phone, you open the voice recorder, and you hit record. And you must speak for exactly 60 seconds.
About what?
Anything. Describe your breakfast, talk about the news, complain about your boss. It doesn't matter. The only rule is you can't stop.
What if I make a grammar mistake?
Keep going.
What if I forget a word?
Use a filler. Use a circumlocution. The thingy. Just keep the sound coming out of your mouth for 60 seconds.
And then?
Then delete the recording.
Delete it. Don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it, not yet. The point of this drill is not to analyze your mistakes. The point is to prove to your brain that you can speak for 1 minute without dying.
I see. It's exposure therapy. You're training the amygdala that English is safe.
Exactly. Do this every day for 1 week. By day 7, you will feel a physical difference. Your throat will be looser. Your breathing will be better.
I love that. Delete the recording. It gives you total freedom.
English should be freedom, Daisy. It's a passport to the world. It should not be a prison of fear.
That's a beautiful thought to end on. Peter, thank you so much for your wisdom today.
It was my pleasure. And to our listeners, don't freeze. Just breathe and speak.
We'll see you in the next episode of the Slow English Channel.
Take care.
Goodbye.